There was a relaxing countryside, and the main character was peacefully living on this eco-friendly place. In addition, he have a female boyish friend for cultural purposes. His friend was very delulu, and she believes that she was the most beautiful girl in town. However, that confidence is not a bad thing, because it can be legit, since she was a popular chick in their area. They were childhood friends, and until now they were still friends.
Come on, man.
The main character constructed a small cabin for himself, and she always hang out in his private cabin. While she was scanning his books, she accidentally discovers his dirty secret. It was some sort of motivational magazine, and the main character was making excuses that he just found them in the forest, and he was preserving it as an environmental treasure. His friend discovered that one of the models in the magazine looks like her. So, she used that to her advantage to tease the main character. The main character was disgusted with her invitation to make her into his motivation for his solo gaming, because he was not that desperate after seeing her yellow-colored under armor. However, in reality, the main character was just a tsundere. Meanwhile, she was believing that she was lacking the feminine charm, so she decided to level up her gameplay by exposing the tectonic plate boundaries. The main character was so amazed to see that crack in the Earth's crust, and he decided to not let this chance pass. Therefore, both of them unlock a whole new world for the first time. Then the main character explored her melon farm, and she was mad at him, because her melons have a weird variety. The main character was actually not a melon racist, so he accepted her unique shaped melons with an open heart. After that, they start doing some clapping exercises, and the main character donated his 100% fresh and creamy friendly milkshake. In addition, he also gave her a kiss to mark their wholesome connection. A few days later, the main character felt like he was a Sigma, because his best friend was very popular with guys, yet, he was the only one who was allowed to clap. Meanwhile, another lady was looking at him. She was the council president, and she was also as famous as his friend. This lady have a very sharp woman instinct, so she can smell something fishy was ongoing. However, the main character was acting like nothing was happening behind the scenes. Later that day, the super friends went into their private hideout again. Then the main character was doing some high-precision helping hand while she was reading her book. In addition, she used her domain expansion called Unlimited Water. The step-by-step preparations are now done, so the main character was now ready to give her the will of D. Then they have the clapping activity, and the main character did not hold back his overflowing energy, because it was important to give his friend some creamy milkshake. After that, she was still very thirsty, so she wanted more creamy milkshake. Therefore, she ride on his milkshake maker truck. However, he was experiencing the cooldown effect, and he was still waiting for his recovery. So, she have no choice, but to use the legendary method to awaken the man of culture inside him. Then she unleashed her massive treasure chests to motivate the main character. It was a success, and the main character was now indulging on the enormous treasures in front of him. Then they have a lot of friendly bonding time until evening, and the main character was always sharing his overflowing blessings to his friend. The next day, the boys were doing some boys' activity, and they were observing the big personality of the ladies. Then the men of Culture Council was discussing about the size of the front yard melons. Meanwhile, the main character was behind that door, and he heard everything. However, he was entirely on a different level from those beta males, because he got an S-rank best friend doing the Gulp Gulp 9000. In addition, his friend was also a very helpful person, because she will relieve the stress of the main character. Meanwhile, the homies were looking for the main character and his best friend, but they can't find them, because they are playing a professional hide-and-seek in the storage room. Then the homies check the storage room to find the missing people. However, this lazy people did not check properly, so they were not able to find the stealthy clappers. In the next scenario, it was the home of the council president, and she had prepared an extravagant breakfast, since it was a special day for her today. It was her library duty today, so she will be going out early. She was looking forward to this day, because she will be spending time with the main character. In addition, she prepared a list of book recommendations for the main character. She haven't talked to the main character recently, because he was busy clapping. She also had a crush on the main character, because both of them share the same passion. Then she had a sudden flashback while walking. She was bullied for drawing anime girls, but the main character complimented her drawing. Then the main character asked her to draw her creative drawing on his notebook. Of course, that made her happy, and it became part of her core memory. In the current timeline, she was just contented to have a friend that she can talk about books. She entered the shoe locker area, and she saw the main character's bag. In addition, his bag was beside the bag of a woman from the basketball team. Meanwhile, The main character and his best friend was doing an early morning exercises. She will be going to a training camp, so she would be away for a while. Therefore, she wanted to have some bonding time with the main character before she leaves. The main character becomes thirsty, and he was now drinking the fresh crystal clear mineral water straight from the source. Meanwhile, the council president was looking for the main character, and she was hearing a scary sound that resembles a simultaneous clap. Then that natural sound was coming from the two-person doing a special morning routine exercise. After that, the main character gave his best friend a milky calorie juice. However, she refused his offer, because carrying that around will make her very suspicious. Then she went to her basketball practice right away. The main character checked the time, and he noticed that he was late for his library duties today. Then suddenly, someone gave him 1200 volts of electricity. The next thing he knew, he was in another location. In addition, he was tied while lying on the floor. There was a window, and he saw a very familiar transmission line. Then he recognized that landmark was near the council president's house. Suddenly, someone was approaching him with a dangerous baseball bat. It was the council president, and it seems like that she was in a yandere mode, because she discovered the main character shooting a friendly fire on another woman. Then the main character suddenly awakened his sleeping monster. So, as a shrine maiden, she will get rid of his impurities. She started the private exorcism ritual by giving him a helping hand. Then the impurities were transferred in her hands. However, the impurities are not color black, instead it was color white. So, she absorbed the colored white impurities as a part of his special ritual. The main character was warning her, because that unholy sauce is not good for her health. However, she doesn't care, because it was not a big deal for her. The main character requested for his freedom, but his request was not granted, and she was punishing the main character by sucking his soul. Then the main character donated his overflowing soul, and she did not let even a single drop go to waste. After that, she started a flashback again. The females in her family have a special ability to sense the malicious intent of people. That's why she always carry a self-defense kit to protect herself in case of trouble. However, her view of the world changes positively when she was immersed with books. Then the main character was the only person she can comfortably share the books. So, she became very pissed when she discovered he was having clapping exercises with another woman. She wanted to win the main character, so she will use her women empowerment to dominate his massive creature. However, she is not actually that strong, because she was getting weakened by his legendary sword. Then the main character received his freedom from her magical bind. So, it was now the time to counterattack, and he was now giving her the rod of destruction from behind. The main character wanted her to get along with his tomboy best friend, and she became an obedient good girl, and agrees with his terms and condition. Then the main character gave her a very friendly kiss, and a creamy vanilla milkshake too. In the following Monday, the tomboy best friend have returned from her training camp. Then she saw the main character receiving a special treatment, and the council president was telling the tomboy girl that they should get along as the main character's special female friend. That's the end of this cultural anime recap. It seems like having some female friends have benefits too. Anyways, here is your creamy friendly sauce, and be careful because it is hot. Please limit the sauce to the culturally matured people only, and thank you for watching.